Good morning, Facebook, YouTube land. So, I have a dilemma. I got all this material to choose from, and I can't decide which bit to use. And once I've decided what bit to use, I gotta figure out how to fit it into the set. So, I can't decide. Way too many options for me. That's like when I go in a grocery store. I can't fucking decide what to eat. That's why I eat the same fucking thing all the time, because too many options. Too many options is not good for me. So, let's leave it up to fate, well, shall we? So on this piece of paper, I have 5 ideas. And we'll let fate decide which idea I'm going to do. So I'll put them in my hat. I have to think about if I'm going to be Sid or if I'm going to be Scotty the Krahm after performing the bit. So I think it'll come off differently depending on which personality I may be at that given time. So I also have to think about that. So I wish you could understand the dilemma this is. So, okay. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, that's what we're doing. I have to stick to this and follow it through. I'll do it again. Probably do like a best 2 out of 3. Maybe I'll do the best 4 out of 7. Anyway, that's our decision, and that's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna tell you if it's gonna be a bit from Sid City or it's gonna be the new material that I wrote. So yeah. Anything else I want to add to this morning? Rolling myself a smoke. Fucking cold, eh? Cold as a motherfucker. My stove works really, really well, though. I'm really looking forward to this, though. It's going to be so much fun. Oh, driving myself crazy trying to figure out what bit to do. Oh, driving myself fucking crazy. Yeah. Well, especially, well, I was telling you guys about that bipolar bridge that I get on, where I'm kind of like in the middle of 2 people. Yeah, fuck, when I get like that, well, there's a good thing about it because at that moment, that's the time where I have the most clarity about my life. I don't know how much sense that makes, but Makes sense to me. Yeah, I really need to decide this, decide what bit I had to do. I need to decide that quickly. Because what else will happen too is the longer I don't have something structured and I've decided on something, the more I'll search for other avenues, other options. So the longer I don't decide this, the longer I start doing new material, having new ideas. Before I know it, I have even more to choose from. So it's really important that we fucking decide on what bit we're gonna do, what direction we're gonna take. And then once we've got that locked down, then we can put all our focus into that and fucking execute that motherfucker. No, it's not weed. God, you guys can see me smoking weed. Not a good thing. Holy fuck. Might as well be doing acid the way I trip balls and that stuff. I go like 30 layers deep into my mind. It's just like I go so deep. Oh, yeah, it's definitely not a good experience. I don't know if I'd say it's not a good experience. It's just, fuck, it's just... It's funny, but one thing I'm always asked all the time is, why don't you take fucking medication? Oh. It's really simple, folks. I don't need a third personality to worry about, because that's exactly what happens. Antipsychotics, antidepressants, puts you in a different mood, and you have to learn how to be that person in that mood. And I don't need the extra stress in my life. I like to call that guy Mr.Sensitive. The guy that's taking medication, that's what he's known as, Mr.Sensitive. Yeah, so we got Krahm and Sid and Mr.Sensitive. Now, maybe someday, I could explore that, but yeah, I would need a lot of support and an extremely structured environment to deal with that additional side of me. And as much as I have to manage the way things are now, just an added personality to that is just forget about it. So I can recognize and deal with what I'm going through now. So that's pretty much why, guys. Now, yeah, fuck, that's all I'll say about that. Get all deep into that shit. Okay, so we have our 6 minutes, and yeah. That's it. Have yourselves a good day. Until I see you guys again. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you all.
I know you look the other way. I know you long for something